So it's pretty obvious that Samoa Joe's been medically cleared, but WWE isn't saying anything yet because they want this thing to be a big surprise. I'm John Renton with my review of WWE NXT. There was some good storytelling during this show and some good moments in some of the matches and some really bad comedy taking place over multiple segments. And then a lot of stuff that was just randomly happening. It was kind of a hodgepodge show. Some good and some that was just there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. After last week's Great American Bash show that was overall pretty good, we had a couple moments I was kind of on, but some really high-level work. I expected the show to be a bit of a downgrade. I just didn't expect points of the show to fall off a motherfucking cliff. But anyway, we start off with a graphic tribute to Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. He will be sorely missed, but not forgotten. One of the best of his era. Worked multiple territories, WWE, WCW. Really, really good as a face or heel. Rest in peace, Mr. Wonderful. Just absolutely tragic. Another wrestler, another one of the greats, gone way too soon, and I just hope he's at peace now. Recaps of last week's Great American Bash with, some highlights and some lowlights, and then we start off with Ember's Eclipse versus Dakota's Pink, while Raquel watches Dakota's Pink streak across the ring. So the work was good as expected. Dakota really can work. I think some people have kind of been sleeping on Dakota, which sounded a lot less dirty in my head. Ember does a dive outside, and we go to break. There were a couple points where I was a little bit worried about Ember. She caught herself on the ropes and did a crossbody, but she seemed a little bit off at points, so I hope she's all right. Ember got a brutal kick in the corner, a brutal kick in the spotlight, and actually Dakota was looking up at the spotlights. And then later, Dakota takes over, hits the GTK, the go-to kick, which is kind of a weird name, and gets the victory 1-2-3. So I think Ember's probably going to move up to Raw or SmackDown. I'm not sure what. I mean, hell, maybe they could throw her on Raw and have her and Naomi team up. Maybe they could throw her into NXT UK. They won't do that. They got to freshen things up and, move some people to NXT, move some people to Raw and SmackDown. They got to freshen things up. They got way too many people in the Performance Center, way too many people sitting on the goddamn sidelines. Even with all the releases they've done, they got to do something. So Xia Li shows up and challenges Raquel. And Raquel says, "You got it." I was perfectly fine when Xia Li showed up because the Grudge Ghost wasn't there. So we get Malcolm Bivens and Diamond Mine. Suddenly Bobby Fish shows up. It's going to be Rust versus Fish. Rusty Fish. I saw that in the movie once. Always delete your search history. But Fish once at Strong. Because that's a feud I need to see again. Whatever. Anyway, this Ikemen Jiro talks about, winning the breakout tournament. Heard about this guy. And I'm going to give my thoughts on his match a little bit later. Knight and Grimes, it's the Butler stuff because Grimes lost the match last week. So he must be Knight's Butler. He gets a makeover and he's straight out of the 19th century. Hello, Mr. Darby. And not Darby Allin, but Pride and Prejudice. Not Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, a movie that was disappointing. So yeah, they do more stuff like this. And Grimes is all happy because Grimes still has money, but he has to be the Butler. And Knight is realizing he can't control Grimes. Somebody tell me who this was for, because I do not think that this was funny. I mean, it's not that Knight and Grimes can't be entertaining, but the WWE brand of comedy just it just doesn't work generally. So we get Fish and Rust. Well, it was well wrestled. I just don't care about this Diamond Mine stuff. It's nothing even against participants. I just don't need more fucking factions. So, at one point, we get the numbers advantage, distracting Bobby Fish, and we get a chop block, and then a kick to the side of the head, 1-2-3. And then Kushida stops a potential beatdown, and we're going to get Kushida and Fish against, I believe, Rust and Strong next week. And then Joe comes into Cross's workout room, while Scarlett is there in full leather and gear. I have no idea why she's already in her full gear for this. Full gear, no. But it says, hey, obey my commands at all times. And Cross says, if you screw me out of the title, then, well, you're going to be put down, basically. So then Indy is talking to Beth, and Beth basically just says, well, sometimes you just need to make the first move. Because Beth is giving love advice to Indy Hartwell while the way walks away. Gigi Dolan in the pre-tape. Priscilla Kelly. Got the sweet shirt from her at an indie show about almost 3 years ago. Really, really nice. Really talented. I'm so happy for her success. Got to meet her about 3 times at indie shows. So anyway, she is going to face Sarray because Tony Storm said, I don't want to face Sarray, and I'm going to go, or Sarray, going to go up to SmackDown. So Gigi Dolan versus Sarray. So I'm glad that, I'm still probably going to call her Priscilla Kelly, gets some time on NXT TV. Mandy then shows up for absolutely no goddamn reason in brand new gear, dressed to the nines, have no idea why she's there. And this match ground to a halt, even though the women tried to do stuff. Everybody's distracted by Mandy just being there for seemingly no reason. Maybe she got tired of teaming with Dana Brooke. To be fair, I don't blame her, because that team was going nowhere. Even if Dana Brooke was really good, the team was going nowhere. So we get a drop kick and the rope's really stiff. I mean, Priscilla got rocked. And then side suplex 1, 2, 3. So Sarray gets a victory. Please feature Gigi Dolan in more matches. So Escobar talks about the North American Championship and Swerve and how, I believe Wild says, the rap last week or the Cypher, whatever the fuck it was, wasn't any good. It hurt his ears. Me too, Wild. Me too. It was fucking shit. You liked it, that's fine. So Duke Hudson talks about how he's ready to fist his way to the Breakout Tournament Finals. Then we get Loomis and Escobar in a match that I don't remember why this is happening. I genuinely don't. When did they interact? Please, somebody remind me. I watch so much wrestling, I totally forgot about this. Well, that crawl would weird me out, I will say that much. And Loomis is good and Escobar is good. This is awkward. We get chops, kicks, punches are all in the mind, and we get a distraction and a Phantom Driver 1, 2, 3. And then Legoland Phantasm and Hit Row. Great, that's a feud I don't give a fuck about. Anyway, O'Reilly has a sit-down interview with Wade Barrett, Stu Bennett. And he says he's not done with Cole, that he will finish Adam Cole, baby. That's undisputed. So we get more of Knight when he grinds Moa's lawn, but use one of those, like push things that just clips it and leaves all the grass clippings all over. Not even a gas-powered lawn. Not even an electric-powered lawnmower. He just wants to have him do that. It's going to make it really messy. And he's like, no problem, I did this before. And Candice then cock blocks Indy because she tries to kiss Loomis when she tries to carry him away. In fact, she was able to carry a guy that far, shows her strength. And yeah, Candice deciding to be the cock blocker. So then we get Duke Hudson versus Ikemen Jiro. First round breakout tournament match. And I don't know why he was wrestling in a jacket. He's flashy. I don't really see the appeal. Duke Hudson is tall. Vince will love to push this guy at some point. And it seemed like Jiro might have hurt his ankle. Hopefully he's all right. Sidewalk slam 1, 2, 3. Then Dunn says, well, in a backstage promo, whoever wins the main event is next. And then Thatcher and Ciampa show up. And it's obviously going to be Dunn and Lorcan against Ciampa and Thatcher. Because why not? Casey and Caden and Kamea. KKK. That's not good. Jesse Kamea, that is. And Aaliyah had a tag match. Robert Stone was there. And the absolute state of this show. And it's nothing against any of these women. It's just, this was a match just to happen. 450 on Aaliyah, 1, 2, 3. Aaliyah finally snaps at Robert Stone. I've done everything for you. We get Aaliyah chants. For the first time ever, 2021 is weird. And then Frankie Monet shows up. And it looks like the Robert Stone brand is under new management. Okay, why not? So then Joe just walks away from the way and then stares down with Dunn. They're teasing all these matches, and given the end, it's obvious that Joe has been cleared. And get vaccinated, for the love of fucking God. If you haven't gotten vaccinated, please schedule it and get vaccinated. I got vaccinated, and I'm perfectly fine. I was insane before, and I'm insane afterwards. But I'm healthy. So anyway, Grimes pays kids, he pays minorities to do the lawn work. The jokes that Vince McMahon was probably making while doing this. I mean, I know Vince doesn't book NXT, but seriously, who the fuck thought that was a good look? Anyway, so he accidentally pushes Knight in the pool, and comedy dies a little bit more. So here's Cole to talk about O'Reilly, that he doesn't want the rematch, knocks Joe, and then Reed shows up and says, I lost the North American title, I have nothing to lose, you're my golden opportunity / ticket. And in a brief brawl, Joe shows up, stares down with Reed a little bit. Interesting. And then, yeah, Frankie, Jesse, and Robert. Mandy shows up. It looks like the Robert Stone brand's under new management. Okay, why are you here, Mandy? Because now that Mandy isn't part of WWE, it's just weird that she showed up. Gargano versus Cross, NXT title. It had a meh fight feel. It was well worked. Joe was there, and they kept teasing tension between Joe and Cross. Cross uses power. Bad landing on the announcer's table by Gargano. I thought his kidneys popped. I'm glad he's all right. We get a post spot, and Cross hurts his shoulder. Then eventually Cross takes over. He ignores Joe's commands to stop. Tries to use the steps. Joe takes him away. And all you gotta do is jump. Might as well jump, and Gargano does. Inside the ring and then, or outside the ring and then inside the ring. Nearly gets the victory. But then we get a triple bomb. Snaps Saito. And then a clean fisting from behind that finishes anybody off. 1, 2, 3. Cross retains. Chokes out Joe afterwards. And that's pretty much it. So, yeah, that's really a show right there. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.